welcome back to Cold Waters. This is David Steele, or Captain Numpty, because I make lots of mistakes. But hopefully I'm learning something and everyone else is learning something too. So our mission right now is to stop a submarine. I think it's a submarine. Let's check. A submarine, is it something else? Oh, a large force of landing ships. Okay. They're heading to Reykjavik and Keflavik, and we haven't detected them yet. We don't know where they... Oh, there we go. That would be a suspicious looking contact, so let's move to intercept. Now, I don't know whether the Russians are going to head around Iceland to the north or to the south. Either way, though, we've lost them. Oh, well, okay. That might not be my landing ships. That might be something else. I'm going to stick to 25,000 yards here. So, we're in a Skipjack class today, because that seems to be how I roll right now. I'm learning a lot about the submarine, the technology, and the weapons.
Sonar, new contact bearing 058. Designated Sierra 1.
Anti-surface warfare patrol from the Russian Navy, or Soviet Navy, or if it's something else. And if it's the landing ships, great. But if it's not, I may just want to disengage. So I'm tempted just to pop my radar up, take a look, give all the Russian soldiers something to look at so they know that they're being hunted, and then see what happens. That might be one of my cargo ships. The thing is, the cargo ships, that's the thing, is they'll either detect the radar signal, or more likely they'll be radioed. Hey, we got a contact over here. It's a NATO submarine, so you might want to be somewhere else. And I don't necessarily want to show my hand just yet. Let's see, what's the Rupture LST? What's its speed? 17 knots, so I can easily outrun it. I don't know what the AK-725 is. I don't know if that's an anti-missile or just a surface gun. Oh, that's an escort. Alright, so that yellow is the sonar of something else. I really feel like popping... this is bad practice, but popping the radar up and saying, "Hello chaps, here I am, come and get me." Taking care of the escorts and then hunting down the landing ships.
Sonar, new contact bearing 0, 0. Come left to
got something
0,
there.
0, 9. Helm I.
Got lots of depth, so I don't worry too much about that. Let's see, there's just one escort I'm seemingly seeing right now. What is this?
Sonar, new contact bearing 0,
Looks like it's a
3,
cannon.
7. Designated
Okay.
Sierra 3.
And then there's another one as well. Sierra 3. Sierra 3. Might be a different kind of escort ship. It looks like it's whatever the heck I pronounced that.
Sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as capital ship.
That's
Helm,
well,
steady
that
course.
would be quite the juicy target if I can track that thing down. No, I don't think that that's not what it is, because look, we've got more lines on the waterfall. Okay, I have to check. Unfortunately, it's not a capital ship. Let's see, what is this? That's more like it.
Sonar,
Okay.
Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
That's not too much to worry about so much. I think I need to classify.
Sonar, Sierra 1
Oh, there's
is
another escort
classified
to
as
Sierra 4.
merchant.
Okay, that's interesting. What's Sierra 4 then? Do you sneak up probe? I'm going to check my warships. Now I'm still sitting at 50-foot depth here, so I'm aware that not using my greatest strength, which is my ability to submerge to depth, and I'm giving this contact a big aspect ratio. I think it's a Udaloy or a
Sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as escort.
Ahoy! So that's 2 escorts and 2 cargo ships. Now, Udaloys are a nasty piece of work, and he's saying 30,000 yards away. Great. That's be that what it is.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 3.
It's not going to
5,
get any
3,
contact on me right now,
faded.
so I think what I'm going to do is head northwest
Come
north.
left to 3, 3, 2. Helm
We'll
I.
drop to 600 feet. Do that.
Make depth 550 feet, dive by.
And we're going to do a quick scan for craft. I suspect that there will be. Let's just see. Yeah, there is. It's a hookem. Another hookem. Okay, so we have 2 helicopters. All right, that's not great, but hey, it's been worse. It's fine. Run my speed up. I want to end up somewhere sort of
maneuvering eye
here.
Passing 200 feet.
And we'll then turn around and attack. Now this may not survive contact with the enemy. It rarely does. But there's a bird in the air. There's 2 birds in the air, so I'll get my speed up and keep it up. I don't really want to cavitate and give the game away. I'm probably going to have a good idea I'm here.
Maneuvering eye.
Let's get down to 600 feet. So I've manually told the sub to dive.
Lost contact. Sierra.
Passing 500 feet.
At full rate, and then I'm just going to tap this.
Make
so
depth 600 feet.
I'm going to overshoot 600 feet. I'm fine with that. Let's run my speed up to 15 or 20 knots even.
20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
That's going to make a lot of these contacts inaudible to me. That's okay.
20 knots.
There you go. We'll stick with 700 feet. That works for me. 20 knots at 700 feet. I could even run it at flank. That's going to make a lot more noise. Big aspect ratio to enemy contacts there. You can get a big return off my sonar. Do we have a... No, we don't. There's no layer present in the ocean, so we're not really able to hide. But it's okay. I've got a plan. So my plan here is I'm going to, like they used to do in Silent Service 2 and I guess World War 2, we're going to dogleg it around and try and get a little closer to the enemy convoy. I think that there are 3 escorts and possibly another 1 or 2 cargo ships. I just can't pick them up at this distance. So we're going to run north-northwest at 20 knots, which we're doing right now. And I'm going to accelerate time. There's a risk here that I'm going to get detected and picked up, so I may have to unaccelerate time in a hurry, but let's see what happens. Okay, so time accelerated there. This is to say this video being a good hour long. It may be an hour long, who knows. Right, so I've covered the 4,000 yards. There's definitely 3.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Right, let's turn off accelerate time. Let's look at
3,
Sierra 2, the cannon. So he's running at 32 knots. We estimate 6,000 yards away. So is he running away from me? He might be. And if so, where's his convoy gone? Right, let's drop my speed to 5 knots, go to ultra quiet mode, see if we can hear anything else happening around us. We're right in the middle, so it seems, of 3 sonars, all of which could detect me. Okay, cannon is close enough to fire upon, so felt the need. He's turning towards me. That's not a good sign. I'm going to get a torpedo out here.
Con sonar new contact bearing 05.
What is
6,
5?
Designated Sierra 5.
Just trying to identify 5 whilst my first
Con sonar regained contact
torpedo
on
is
Sierra
on the way.
1 bearing
So,
088.
It's an escort or just
Con sonar
cargo?
regained contact on
Okay.
Sierra 3
5
bearing
looks like a
080.
target, a primary target. No less. That's good. So let's back to Sierra 2. He still has no idea. He can't hear me, I should say. And I'm tempted to run this torpedo
sonar new contact bearing
quicker.
070. Designated Sierra 6.
Might be the warship that's pinging me. So I'm going to dogleg this thing to the west. Like so, and let's look at 6. 6.
Con sonar new contact bearing 064.
Okay.
Designated Sierra 7.
I'll never discount that one of these might be a submarine. The Russians will sometimes send a submarine to escort the convoys. A sneaky little tactic, but hey, it would work because you might not be expecting a submarine. Well, first few times it happened to me, I certainly wasn't. Okay, what is this? I think it's an alligator. That's about the closest that I've got, so I'm going to call it an alligator landing ship.
Sierra 6 is classified
right. Meanwhile,
as merchant.
Torpedo 2-1 is, oh, look at those juicy targets coming right towards me. It's heading west. I'm going to soon be in a position to attack from its relative south. Let's move this a little further away. Okay, let's see if we can identify 7. Oh, looks like we've lost the contact on 7. Okay. It's tempting us to fire a torpedo at these targets here. They're only 4,000 yards away. But it would be most certainly giving away my location. On the other hand, I think I'm about to do that anyway. This may have worked perfectly. Still have a Moss ready to deploy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fire at these, I think. I think we'll tackle... Yeah, we'll tackle the let's see, it's tempting the... Here's my concern. I'm going to make this live in just a second. Once I make it live, these are going to change course. When they change course, I'm going to... there's a chance a torpedo will just not be in the right location to detect them.
Con, fire control, weapon
acquired.
acquired.
Let's make it live. And let's pull this up to the push this up to the surface. Like so. I'm using the keypad here. Okay, so got it up to the surface there. Let's see, he's still doing 12 knots. He's about to get a big, nasty surprise. Ivan will be on the deck reading his Playboy, and suddenly someone spots a torpedo, so good night.
Con sonar
Boom.
lost contact.
Right.
Sierra 2,
now these
last
guys
bearing
are
304, contact breaking. Come
change
right
their course.
2,
So
093, helm I.
think I'm going to drop one. Let's take care of the closest target.
Shoot tube 5. Aye, sir.
Let's go ahead and run that. And it's only 2,500 yards away, I think. Is that right? Let's have a look. 3,000 yards away. Okay, so it's actually within range of my torpedo. So let's make the torpedo active.
Con, fire control,
Great.
weapon
There it
acquired.
goes. It's already detected, and it's going to hunt that thing down. I've actually got a good shot of tackling these guys pretty quickly. Alright, so we'll go head west.
Come right 2,
Send
091,
another one
helm I.
this way here. Run for surface, and we'll essentially tell it to go. Let's cut the wire here first. Like so. Let's cut the wire. Now I'm going to try and guide this one in, assuming I can.
Shoot tube 1. Aye,
Okay.
sir.
What I want to do is guide individual torpedoes towards individual targets if I can. Or the escorts have got really a chance to tackle me.
Con sonar lost contact.
Okay,
Sierra 3,
took care
last
of
bearing
that.
1,
I want to
1.
increase my speed to 10
Big
knots.
turns for 1, 0.
These
knots.
they're going to be moving
Maneuvering
quicker. 15 knots,
Con
17,
helm steady course.
and 16. So this guy is probably the next to get it. I wonder if I want to send that torpedo his direction. I think I do. I know I was going to tackle that guy,
torpedo
but
room, tube 5 ready.
go ahead and do that. And I may run it on the surface. Yeah, I will do. Let's run it. Let's activate it.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
It's going to increase its speed. It runs it on the surface, so when it bumps into this, well, when it detects the wake of the ship or whatever it has to detect, it's going to take care of it. And it was really wanting to tackle this target here because it's on the surface and making lots of noise. Not on the surface for long though. It's going to be submerged soon. So we'll run that. And assuming this contact doesn't change its course, this torpedo is going to intercept it. Pretty much at 6 o'clock. Let's take a look. What have we got here? I'm being a little complacent right now because I don't know where the helicopters are. And that's a risk. There's a big chance that the helicopters are just going to basically realize that I'm over here. So I'm going to cut the wire on this one. It's pretty much good enough to where it needs to be. And let's get the torpedo tube 2. Let's fire you.
Shoot tube 2.
There we go.
Aye, sir.
I'm concerned about where this torpedo went because I don't see it. That's champion. Wow, just disappeared on me. Okay. Well, it's pretty deep here. How deep is the ocean? It is deeper than we know. Oh, that's off to the crushing depths, I'm afraid. Okay. And there's a torpedo somewhere in this vicinity. There we go. And that might be heading right towards me.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Let's take a look. Where is it? Yeah, it's heading deep. Okay, so we are going to let's assume that it's going to be heading in my direction. Let's get out of the way
left
here.
to 002 helm I.
Oh, okay. Bad idea.
Come
Let's go
right
to the
to
north.
181
Let's drop a
helm
moss. Drop a moss in that
Shoot
direction.
tube 4. Aye, sir.
And let's get another moss loaded. Right, so they're boxing me in. It's a neat little trick. They probably don't know where I am exactly, but they've got a good idea. They can see the trail of bubbles that leads to a...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 last bearing 119. Contact
That
breaking
took
up.
care of the second ship. That's useful. 2. This one might go ahead and just engage Sierra 6. I think I'm going to do that.
Con helm steady course.
You can see an issue here would be it's going to detect Sierra 5, but I don't think...
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Yeah, I'm getting boxed in here. Interesting. Sneaky and interesting. I don't think I can necessarily get away without... Gotta take a decision pretty quick. Right, do I thread the needle? No. Don't thread the needle. I gotta get out of that.
Come right
dodge.
to 302 helm I.
This is not looking good. Indecision's not helping me out here. If I activate torpedo 2 from tube 2, it's going to track
Con
this
sonar
guy.
lost contact. Sierra 6 last bearing 083. Contact is in the baffles.
I want to do that though. Oh, actually, that's good.
Come left
This
to
torpedo here is detecting the
141
moss and
helm
it's
I.
tracking it. Okay, well that is very useful. That's good to know. Now I'm still a
Con
distance
sonar regain
away that
contact on.
they
Sierra
could
4
track me
bearing
down,
130.
I'm further away. It's another escort to my southeast as well. There he is. I think I want to actually point my nose towards this escort.
Come left to 126 helm I.
Got another moss ready if I need to. Okay. One taken care of. So right now I'm optimistic that this torpedo here is going to pick up Sierra 6, or at least get real close to Sierra 6 and be able to pick it up once it goes active. I'm going to make it active now, and let's pull it up to the surface, push it up to the surface, and have it run in this direction. So
Con helm steady course.
hopefully the the target, the alligator, hasn't changed course. If it has, I'm not going to pick it up, or the torpedo's not going to pick it up. But, and whilst we're here,
Fire control, weapon
let's go ahead
acquired.
and use my active sonar on that torpedo, because it will ping back some information to my own targeting computer on board the Skipjack-class. Maybe. This Udaloy is concerning me somewhat. I'm gonna have to tackle it. Alright, let's cut the wire on... I'm not getting anything from this torpedo. Let's cut the wire on torpedo tube 2 and reload it. And I think I need to do something about this Udaloy that's coming, staring me down. Let's go ahead and fire
Shoot 2-1.
in
Aye,
his
sir.
face. And let's
Come
turn
left
to
0, 5,
northeast to get out of his
helm
way and hopefully put this... No, never mind. It's really deep.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 6.
Great.
Last bearing 0, 8, 1.
Care of
Contact
Sierra
breaking up.
6, and then bring this torpedo 1 to the surface like so. The Udaloy is going to have a bag of surprise waiting for him. Okay. Now, not guaranteed we're
Con,
going to get
torpedo
him.
room, tube 2
But
ready.
he is... Oh, look at that angle dangle
Con
there.
helm, steady course.
Out of port. Aye, aye, Captain.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 1, 4.
There's the
4.
noisemaker, but we'll see if the torpedo tackles him there. Good lad.
Sierra 4. Last bearing
Right,
1, 5, 1.
That's
Contact
been a
breaking
successful
up.
interception engagement so far, but I think there's another escort
Come
out
right
there. We've
to
taken out 2.
0,
Maybe
9,
a third
0.
one. I don't know what
Helm
Sierra
high.
7 is. So, this helicopter's operating bad weather. This guy is bad weather too. I don't know what we're going to land on though. That's not my concern. Okay, so now I think what I want to do is I'm going to look for Sierra 5.
Con helm, steady course.
Let's go ahead and crank on a bit of speed here. Let's go up to 20 knots.
Make turns for
Because this thing was... One was doing 16 knots, so it'll help me, let's read the tube, help me catch up with him. I just won't hear much at that sort of speed.
Con maneuvering.
Part of me is thinking just go ahead and crank on 30 knots, but I at least hear a bit more at 20 than I will at 30. And I know I'm 5,000 yards from this torpedo here, but I'm closing that distance every time it circles away from me. Okay. So, who knew that long-range strikes could be so effective in the Skipjack? Yeah, I know. People will be raising their hands. Well, I'm learning it the hard way. Actually, no, I'm learning it the easy way. I'm fighting a battle,
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
getting things handed to me and getting a submarine with more holes in it than not. And then getting and reading advice and attempting to follow it. It's amazing what you can find out on the internet. But it's also good fun. Set these torpedoes to run on the surface. I'm 6,000 yards from this torpedo turning back towards me. He's going to be running low on fuel. He's still tracking that moss. I think I'm safe to use accelerate time. I don't actually know what Sierra 7 is yet. I can't detect it. But that doesn't necessarily... I couldn't detect it at 10 knots though. Yeah, let's go ahead and crank on a bit of accelerate time. Okay. Took care of that torpedo, so let's run it for just a little bit. Okay. Let's cancel my accelerate time.
Rig shift for
Let's
ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet it and maybe go up to, say, 300 feet.
Make depth 300 feet.
So we're
Dive
going
high.
to slow down and reduce our depth and see if we can pick up Sierra 5. Okay. Accelerate that time
Con
there.
sonar
Alright,
regained contact
we did.
on
Where the heck is
Sierra
it?
5
Oh,
bearing
it's some distance.
0,
Oh, maybe some
7,
distance.
3.
It's saying 30,000 yards. I don't think it is, though. We'll give it a second. Oh, it might be. Wow. Yeah, I think it is. Accelerate time is a little longer. We don't want to let this guy go.
Dive at 300 feet.
Right,
Dive
well,
high.
I guess it is. So, alright, let's go into pursuit mode. I really don't want to lose it. So, 20 knots right now.
Make turns for
700 feet depth.
knots.
600 feet is
Maneuvering
fine,
aye.
actually.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive high.
And as we cavitate,
Con sonar lost contact.
Yep.
Sierra 5. Last bearing
We
0
figured.
7 6. Contact
let's
faded.
head it, I don't know,
Con
86.
maneuvering. Making turns for 2. Come left
So,
2.
okay,
0
there we go.
8
And
6.
crank it up to 30
Make
knots.
turns for 3.
Right,
Con
so we're going to run
sonar,
it at
we
flank.
are cavitating.
Yeah, I don't
Con
doubt that we're
sonar,
cavitating.
no longer cavitating.
Okay, great. Now we've reached depth. Let's crank on the accelerate time. I gotta close the distance.
Dive at
Because in a tail chase,
600
my
feet.
torpedoes
Dive
will
high.
run at 54 knots, I believe, or 56 or 58. They'll run quick enough, they'll overhaul it. But in the time it takes my torpedo to do 6,000 yards, he's going to do 2,000 yards. So that means I've got to do 8,000 yards. In that equation, I've got to do a third again. And I don't think I can get 30,000 yards from these torpedoes, let alone 45,000 yards, or 40,000 yards. Let's run it at flank. If there's anything else out there, it's going to pick me up, assuming it's not doing the same. But we'll deal with that when we deal with that, because I should hear a torpedo as it approaches. And at least at this speed, I can maneuver away from it. There's also a chance that this target will slow down once it's a good distance away and change course. So we're gonna need to slow down a little bit and reduce
Con
my
sonar
depth.
regained
Oh,
contact
hello.
on.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
That's interesting. I think it did.
Make
No,
depth
maybe not.
300 feet. Dive high.
Well, hello there. Still doing 50 knots. It's just 1,000 yards away. Well, I think juicy target here then.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Yep. Let's increase the, or reduce the depth of the torpedo, get it running on the surface, and let it go
fire
active.
control. Weapon acquired.
And go boom boom. What? You missed? That's outrageous. Why did it lose track? Okay, well we'll manually spin it around so it doesn't decide to pick on me. Try that again, shall we? Okay. Or merchant ship carrying resupplies and landing
Con
sonar
sonar
tanks.
lost contact. Sierra 5.
Everything
Last
else that
bearing
cause a lot of
0
mayhem
2
to
9. Contact
Iceland.
breaking up.
Okay, I'm gonna go active sonar
Con
now.
sonar switching to active search. Come left 2 295. Helm high.
Those air assets are. Don't see anything that would give away where they are relative to me, so I think that we're good here. And I don't know what
Come
Sierra
left
7
2
was.
0 0 0. Helm high.
Oh, was that me? Or was that something else? I wasn't paying any attention.
Con, dive at 300 feet. Dive high.
Might be my sonar. I think it is. It's a bit grim watching this thing sink. Oh well. So I don't know what Sierra 7 is.
Make
I'm
depth
gonna...
4 5 feet.
No, I'm not.
Dive
I
high.
was going to say I'm going to go to periscope depth, but no, there's a couple of helicopters out there, so I think I'm going to decide whatever it was, it wasn't a target of mine. So let's go ahead and
Make
turn
turns
off
for
active
1
sonar.
0
Let's
knots.
revert
Maneuvering
back to roughly 86, give or take. 83 in this case. Crank on a bit more speed.
Make turns for 1 5.
We're going to cavitate.
Con sonar.
Yep.
We are cavitating.
There's so much noise going on here, I don't think anyone's going to pick this up, even if they were listening to me, and I don't think there's anyone else left out there. Right, well, as we say goodbye to that Russian warship.
Con, helm, steady course.
We'll let the Russians know that they might need to come pick some survivors up.
Con, sonar, no longer
I dare say
cavitating.
this ocean is going to be very cold, and let's see if we can skip the battle. Leave combat, right. So a cash-in escaped. It was a warship. Okay. But we still took on and survived a couple of other warships and four landing ships or resupply ships or barges or whatever the heck they were. So I think that's pretty much a successful mission. I might be getting the hang of the skipjack in numpty level, so it might be time to just crank up the difficulty and see what I'm really made of. Hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you have, you should know exactly what to do by now. And if you didn't enjoy it, let me know, because that actually helps the channel and helps me improve. Thanks so much for hanging out with me till the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.